Fanboy, 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 fanboy. Dark Souls 2 freaking sucks! This is easily the worst action RPG game of 2014, the worst sequel of the year so far, and just when you thought the 7th gen, yes, the 7th generation, the PS3, the 360 era of gaming, could not be any worse, could not be any more terrible and putrid. Ladies and gents, we get Dark Souls 2, basically from Software. It was developed by a company called From Software. You know, the same typical crap, the same garbage that we've seen a million times before. You know, in the past we got it from Atlas, now it's Namco Bandai Games. Came out March 11, 2014, so a brand new release, but already this game has gotten horrible scores. This is a terrible title. You know, taking a look at the meta score, we're going to get to that a little bit later on the PS3 and the 360 versions, but just to clarify, this is a sequel to Dark Souls, okay? The original one, and which was basically just a ripoff of Demon Souls. That's right. Dark Souls was a Demon Souls ripoff, a hack version of Demon Souls, which was basically a PS3 exclusive. Came out way back in the day, like 2009 or something, for the PS3, and you know, they ended up ripping it off, and then they made Demon Souls. Absolute unoriginal thieves. So now we get this crap, Dark Souls 2, this pathetic sequel with this terrible cover. I mean, would you look at this cover? I mean, it's got some boring-looking generic gray design. You know, some character with his back turned, and you're just staring at some guy's back. How is this exciting? How does this make me want to play this? How would anybody want to check this game out? I mean, it looks so bland and tedious. It looks so dreary and uncolorful and just so bland. From Software. These guys haven't done anything special. These guys have done jack squat so far. Pathetic. Also on the PC as well, but I mean, nobody plays this game on the PC. It'll be coming out on the PC a little bit later in April, but right now it's just the PS3 and the 360 versions. First of all, who is still playing the 7th gen? Who's still playing the 360 or the PS3? Only an absolute idiot are still stuck on those, you know, old freaking rickety decrepit systems from like 7 and 8 years ago. They're so old, I can't even remember what they look like. That's pathetic. You know, nobody plays PS3 anymore unless you're a complete poor, impoverished noob that can't afford any of the new systems, you know, the actual new consoles that came out. Xbox One, PS4, you know, even the Wii U. New systems. Or newer. I mean, that's what you gotta play. It's the 8th gen. Hello. Get to it. Drop your PS3 controller, drop your 360 controllers, give it up, throw it away, put it in the trash, and stop playing it already, you last-gen idiots. You got the same typical crap. I mean, this is more of the same. You got the, you know, customizing the gender, the physical features of the character, starting with a class, you know, the whole thing. I mean, it's just familiar territory. We've seen it a million times. So, you know, the gameplay is predictable. Third-person point of view, you know, exploring a continuous open world. You know, it's not really open. It's like small corridors for the most part. Very limited space. You know, the same crappy enemies, the same... And it's way too easy. These games have always been way too simplistic and very simple and very quick to beat. probably only take maybe a couple of hours to finish this title. Just like with the first Dark Souls and even Demon Souls, you know, they're way too easy and very... They're not challenging, basically. That's the main problem with the Souls games. Overall, the reception has been very, very lacking. I mean, it's just so embarrassing. It's... the PS3 version, I mean, look at this. Yeah, take a look at some of the reception, the actual scores. Ju Act 2, or Ju Act 2, gave it a 70. 70, that's not exactly a high score. That's a very... I mean, can't really recommend a 70 out of 100, you know. 70% isn't really impressive. That's pretty low and really not... it doesn't make me wanna... Who wants to play a 70? Nobody. You know, you wanna play 9s, 10s, you know, that's what you wanna get. Dark Souls 2 won't change anything. If you like the experience From Software offered in the former episodes, then you might like this, but if not, you won't start liking now. The atmosphere, the feeling of loneliness, the soundtrack. But Dark Souls 2 begins to fall behind from the technical point of view, and it's far too demanding for such old-school gameplay. I mean, this is it. This is the... I mean, if Dark Souls was irrelevant and Demon Souls sucked, I mean, who cares about Dark Souls 2? Like, nobody cares about this crap anymore. I mean, again, you know, the 7th gen, the PS3 and the 360, they don't need any more crap like this. We've seen it a million times already. We don't need any more, you know? It's over, it's finished, it's a wrap. Alright, taking a look at some of the user scores on Meta, and the critic scores... I mean, you know, your typical people that are trying to overrate this. I mean, yeah, you know, there's some people that are trying to give this way too high of a score, because just like with any cult, pathetic bunch of losers, these people try to give it extremely high scores that it doesn't even deserve. They're trying to overrate Dark Souls 2 right now, but, you know, it's not going to work this time around, you know, you gotta smarten up. Yeah, I mean, people are trying to give it a really high score, but you know, these people are probably paid to do this too. They're probably like, you know, From Software and Namco Bandai, you know, probably gave them a lot of money. Hey, they probably work for these companies. They probably work for From Software or Namco Bandai, like secret employees basically, and then they signed into Meta and, you know, made an account. You know, that's probably what happened. Wouldn't surprise me. So, I mean, Dark Souls 2 is a fail. I mean, it's... this is no Final Fantasy. It's no... It's not even close to something like Skyrim or Fallout. You know, it's not even close to Minecraft. If you want a better exploration type of game in third person, get Minecraft. Way better than Dark Souls 2. Way more challenging, way more difficult, way more exciting, better graphics. Minecraft is just way better than the Soul series. I mean, it sold much more, you know, it sold more copies, so it's gotta be better. That's just proof right there. Like, games that sell the most, sales matter the most. It's proof of quality. It's proof of, like, okay, this is the best. That's why they sell the best, because they're the best quality. It's all about sales. Minecraft sold like 20 million copies or something, so I mean, it's easily the greatest exploration type of game. Not Dark Souls 2, you know, this pile of crap that's so tedious, so boring, monotonous. No charisma, no personality. It's just a bland, boring mess. We didn't need another installment in this crap. And the PS3 and the 360 need to go away. I mean, go get Titanfall for the Xbone, man. I mean, that's all you need. When it comes to actual true gaming, that's what you pathetic, sad little noobs need.
that's it for this episode of Fanboy Reviews. And until next time, keep fanboying. Yeah!